Hey guys, it's Bakington, back at it again, and today we have another Neopets recipe. This one is very special to me. It is the Mynci Cristo. Now, I'm not a huge fan of ham, not just a huge fan, I just don't like pork, full stop. But this is gonna be a very fun recipe because, for those of you who don't know, the Mynci was the very first Neopet I ever made with my very first account way back when. Now they've come and gone throughout the years. I have many favorite Neopets. Don't even ask me to list them off. Poogles, Usels, Bloomaroos, cows, Nemos. I don't like Nemos that much actually, which is sad because I like frogs. Anyway, the important thing is that Myncis will always have a place in my heart. So why not make the sandwich that is named for them? So let's get started. Now this recipe is wonderfully simple by virtue of it being a sandwich. We've got ourselves 2 slices of white bread. This happens to be sourdough because we like a little bit of tang in the house. We've got ourselves some meat. We have some ham and some turkey. And we got ourselves some Swiss cheese. There isn't any mustard or mayonnaise or anything else in this dish, it seems. But this was the components for our sandwich. We got some butter for spreading. We got some raspberry jam for spreading. And that should be the base of this dish. Now, there's one ingredient not pictured, don't let me forget it. It is powdered sugar, but I didn't feel like measuring it out if I'm just gonna put it through a sifter and puff it on top when it comes time to cook the sandwich. So you'll see that come in later, but just know for this recipe, you also need powdered sugar. All right, let's make this recipe. The recipe says, butter your slices of bread, then turn one over so it butter side down on a cutting board, add 2 slices each of ham, turkey, and Swiss cheese, and then place the other slice on top, butter side up. So I imagine we butter the outside of the bread. Flip it over. Butter the other bread. This is gonna crisp the sandwich up. And then I'm gonna flip them inside out. Make a little butter sandwich. And repeat the process. There we go. I've used a tablespoon of butter in total. Now I'm going to open up our butter sandwich. I'm gonna start with a layer of Swiss cheese. I'm actually gonna do half the Swiss on one side and half on the other. That way it helps glue everything together when it's cooking. Or at least that's the theory. Then I'll layer on 2 slices of ham, alternating the ham and the turkey. Ooh, it's very greasy. And now the sandwich is ready to go onto the stove. Place your sandwich in a nonstick pan over medium-low heat and cook for a few minutes until it starts to brown on the base. Then flip it over and cook the other side until it's also lightly browned. Once both sides of the sandwich are lightly browned and the cheese has begun to melt, dust a little powdered sugar on top. Then flip it over and cook for a further minute or so to let the sugar caramelize. While you're doing that, dust more powdered sugar on the other side. After a minute or so, flip the sandwich again and caramelize the other side. Then, once both sides are caramelized, take it off the heat. All right, I got my sandwich fresh from the pan. Cut it into diagonals, because if you don't cut your sandwich into diagonals, it's gonna taste terrible. Now, look at that. Again, I'm sure if you really like sandwiches like this looks amazing. Oh, this is really hot. But to me, I could take it. I could leave it. I could mostly leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna assemble this all nice and pretty like. And like I said, I could take or leave this sandwich. Bigger emphasis, however, on leave it because, again, ham, Swiss cheese, not great. Don't like hot sandwiches typically unless it's a grilled cheese, the only good hot sandwich. So I'm not going to try this. Instead, I have someone in the house who will try it. Derek, would you do the honors?
Sure.
Get the jam. Again, the jam, the sweet, savory, I kind of get thematically, but it's never been my thing. Is it good?
Very good.
Really?
But you know I love sweet and savory sandwiches. Cubans and that kind of thing. It's very good.
Good. I'm glad you like it. So, turns out it is good after all. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let me know in the comment section if you have anything else you want to see made from the Neopets Cookbook, or just in general. Plus, if you want to see this cookbook for yourself, check the link down below. You can get your own version of it. Now, before I leave, I'm going to ask you a quick question. Which is your favorite Neopet? Mine personally is going to be not even the Mynci anymore because I like them, but they're not really my favorite anymore. I'd go with Poogle, maybe a Yuzel, maybe a Mirka. One of those three. I don't like picking favorites. All right, you guys. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.